Now, our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. I love that Andrew Z. Say Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah. Come on.
Everybody, good morning. Welcome to the show. It is Monday, December 21st, 2020, in the year of our Lord. Got a very busy show for you today. Demetrius Nicodemus.
What up?
We got Gina. There's a Sugar Vermont. Look at that. Oh, my.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, sugar.
Looking hungover as fuck. All right, let's do this thing. It's Monday. It's a short week. It's Christmas week.
Andrew Z. In the morning.
Woo!
Buddy, good morning, Sugar. So
Hi.
you did a little show last night, and here you are this morning.
And here I am this morning in the face that I passed out in. I promised last night I was fucking beautiful. But I just I woke up and I was like, fuck it. I'm leaving the face on as a cautionary tale in my country song that I wrote entitled, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be drag queens. Because this is what'll happen.
Well,
and then they're just gonna, oof.
I watched your show last night.
Oh, did you like it?
It was good. We played a little game called Jingle Balls.
It was called Grab Her Balls, first of all.
Grab Her Balls. And then you put your hand into a bucket and then you pull out an ornament, and each ornament says something that you need to do. So it's kind of like truth or dare, kind of, but it's all dares. No, it was fun.
It was fun. It was like take a shot, give out 3 shots. Some of the ornaments just said drugs. So I, as a good drag queen, brought like an assortment for everyone to share. Because sharing is caring. I learned that in kindergarten.
You're a giver.
Yeah. Oh, and then I also invented this one. You like pull it up. One of the balls said screenshot roulette. Because everybody knows like of all of the albums in your phone, screenshots is the shadiest. So, like, if somebody got the screenshot roulette ball, they had to, like, grab their phone, go to their galleries, go to screenshots, and then just whoop, and then put their finger on one, and whatever it landed on, they had to read, which had the potential for being real shady.
Until last night, I didn't even know that was a thing, that people have a folder for your screenshots.
Yeah, it does it automatically. That's technology, Andrew.
What?
Yeah.
Andrew's really good at computers.
Fuck.
What is Demetrius? Do you hear this?
I do, and you know what? I think that like if I were to pull up the last screenshot I did, it would be my Amazon wish list that I sent to Kara. Like all my screenshots involve like some kind of menu order or a confirmation that I'm going to need to pick up said menu order.
That just shows that you're a good person. Like you live a good, clean lifestyle. My screenshots are all shade.
Oh, yes,
you guys.
Facebook, I'm like
screenshots 7,059. I had no idea that this was a thing.
Listen, you guys. I just did screenshot roulette with myself, and the best picture ever popped up. That's so related to the show.
What is it?
It's Andrew's dickhead.
That's Andrew's, the back of his head, not an uncircumcised penis. Don't shut us down, Facebook.
That was amazing that's the picture that popped up. That's so funny.
I'm going to Facebook roulette, right?
Yeah.
No. You tell me to stop.
Stop.
Stop. All right. GoDaddy, you've canceled a product here.
I thought you were reading the screenshot like it said GoDaddy. I was like, oh, this is.
Oh, GoDaddy, you've canceled a product. All right. So that's fun. I had no idea that folder just randomly existed. So interesting. God.
You know what? And let me I never knew that there was like a secret chat on Facebook.
What?
Right? Yeah.
What is it?
I don't
stop talking, Demetrius. Colleen is going to slit your throat.
Well, no, because here's the thing,
What is it?
like they put it in there, and I didn't know until my wife brought it to my attention that there was this thing, and I'm like, what? And you know what's really bad is when like you really are ignorant of it. And she's like, do you know about this? And you're like, no, but now it makes it sound like you're just doubling down on the fact that you're just trying to like hide something. And I was like, I had no idea. And she was like, sure you didn't. And I'm like, I fucking didn't. I didn't know that thing existed. And fuck them for making that. That's a horrible thing.
Wait,
Like,
what is it? What are you talking? I don't know this.
I don't know. I stay away from it. I don't know what it is. I don't fuck around with Messenger.
When you go into Messenger, if you can make the conversation secret, and it will automatically delete once the window's closed. Like once you're done with the conversation, it deletes everything. There's no record of that conversation ever occurring.
That is a fucking trap. And that like and I don't know who thought that was a cool option to put in there, but that preys on people's biggest insecurities and the most evil in people. If that is an option that you shouldn't be having like secret chats on Messenger that automatically delete themselves. Who the fuck are you? Are you a spy? What the fuck are you doing? I mean, literally, it better be planning a surprise party. That's what it better be for. Maybe your dumbass thought it was for that. And then you thought, like, that's crazy.
What did Kara do to you? What happened to the old Demetrius? The old Demetrius was in secret chat and Facebook. Yes, let's do this.
Dude, that is nuts. That is how murders happen.
Ooh, the end-to-end encrypted chats.
What's
on
that?
Facebook Messenger, the encrypted ones that disappear.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
You can really talk some shit in those, and then they can't screenshot it.
Cool.
You can't screenshot them either?
Well, you can, but like not if it's like set to like disappear after 2 seconds. You gotta have quick fingers, pumpkin.
You gotta be able to read fast though.
Yeah. So that wouldn't work for you.
It wouldn't work for me. Wow, that's interesting.
That is not interesting. That you should be able to judge a society on the kind of dirty shit they put in their fucking social media. Like that, if you're like, wow, if I'm an alien and I come down here and I like, and everybody's gone and the only thing that is up and running is like Facebook, and I flip through it and then I go, look, they have secret chat in Messenger, evil society. And then I leave.
What was your buddy's name?
That's a good alien voice. You're good at
I know.
I watched Star Trek, man. I've been practicing Klingon since I was 12.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Snapchat the first one to do this? Because Snaps do they still disappear? Do they not? I don't even know, dude. I don't use technology like that.
Nope.
I learned. I'm scared. I want to keep my life, so I just stay away from that shit.
Like legit, like the old days when you like after your grandpa died, you found out he had an extra family, and that was just because you found all his letters to his other wife, and you were like, "Holy shit, look!" And then it's like, "Oh, look at the romance." Oh, it was but man, no, this shit
Now it's
dirty.
Secret screenshots and secret chats, and Grandpa's just texting out, "Show me them titties, Granny."
Yeah, he's like, you can get titties sent straight to your phone.
Back in my day, I had to walk 3 miles in the snow to get my titties.
I had to cross the street and look through the windows of my neighbor's house to see titties. And then they just called me Old Man Johnson, and people stayed away from my neighborhood and my house. I stopped handing out Halloween candy in 2012.
Oh, fuck.
So where's a Tiefel at this morning?
I don't know.
Probably his secret messages.
Speaking of sneaking and peeking through windows and Old Man Johnson, where is Tiefel?
Yeah.
Oh, down at Old Man Johnson's farm, and over Kansas State, never turn me on.
What?
Please.
Oh, is
please.
that supposed to be Prince? Oh, holy shit!
Hey.
Don't ever do that again.
Look, I literally believe that any rendition of a Prince song that Andrew sings brings us this close to bringing Prince back to life, where he just digs himself up and goes, "Stop singing my shit."
Oh my God! All right,
People's on his way to Cincinnati. Remember, because you kept messing with him and saying, "Why can't he just do it from the car?" And
exactly.
Making him cry.
Is he out today and tomorrow? Is he out?
I can't remember if he's out tomorrow, but
by the way, and Donnie P and Ashley P, they're out of town, so they're off this week. Now I think we only have 2 shows this week, and then we're off until the first of the year. So, thanks for tuning in.
We only have 2.
The look that I chose to close out 2020 with. Great, perfect. So
why are we not doing a show on Wednesday?
Because Wednesday's my Christmas Eve with my kids, because they're doing Christmas Day with their mother.
Well, what does 6:30 in the morning have to do with your Christmas Eve?
I knew it was coming. Listen,
I mean, unless somehow, like your house is straddling some weird timeline where your 6:30 in the morning is really 6:30 p.m. and you are knee deep in like Amazon presents that your wife has won playing video games, and somehow you need to hold a steady hand to record all those moments.
Demetrius is fired up this morning.
He is really
fired up.
I mean, are we against a Wednesday show because Andrew's got to be up at the PM? You know, you can go right back to sleep at 7:30, right? You know, and then
boom. I don't do that.
Let me check my let me see what's going on, because I know we had talked about this 2 weeks ago. Why now?
Listen, Demetrius doesn't get in the group chat, so Demetrius doesn't get to say so anymore.
Well, that's why I thought I would proffer my opinion in this format. This is my
Andrew, don't look at the comments.
This is
shit. We're doing a Wednesday.
This is my group chat. This is where I get to interact with everybody at the same time.
You the people. You interact with the people. And
you guys, I mean, you just wake up one day and you're like, well, you know, I got to do stuff in the afternoon, so I can't do stuff in the morning time. I'm a two-day kind of guy, either morning time or night time, and I can't do both. You are asking way too much of me.
Right. So over the weekend, COVID. So remember back in when this first thing happened, like March, April, we were hitting like 40,000 cases a day. And we were all freaking out. We shut the country down. 40,000 cases a day. Dr. Fauci said if we're not careful by winter, we're going to hit 100,000 cases a day. So with 40,000, we're going to hit 100,000 cases a day. Over the weekend, we hit 250,000 cases. 250,000 cases.
That's a lot of Rona.
That's a lot of Rona. And I think now everyone sees. I mean, there isn't anyone that doesn't know that hasn't gotten it, died from it. I mean, I think we all know somebody now. And as the circle continues to get bigger every day, that continues to be the case. Go ahead, D. What were you going to say?
When this started, this is conditioning. Look, it's like when you meet a girl for the first time and you're trying to do things, or a guy, you know, and you're trying to do things that they're uncomfortable with. And so you try to ease them into it. That's what March was. March was the first knuckle, right? It was just like, hey, I'm going to poke around back there. If it doesn't feel right, you know, just tell me to slow down and we'll slow down. And then
I want to stop you right there. You don't go knuckle first. You make a teepee with your 3 fingers.
Well, and that's where I assume that you deal with people who are a little more experienced. And so you're like, hey, hi, I'm Rona, and I'm talking about 1,000 deaths. Pink. And you're like one knuckle deep, and then you're just like do. And then America's like, oh, okay, I guess this isn't so bad. And then Rona was like, hey, let's see if he can handle 3 knuckles. Whop whop. And then you're like, oh, okay. And now all of a sudden we get people who are dying on the average of like a 9/11 a day, right?
Yeah.
Now Rona's fist deep in us, and we don't even realize it yet because we're like, well, he did get us used to it because we'd been doing this, and now, boom, you're getting fisted by Rona, and you're like kind of digging it now. Now you're used to it.
Fuck. That is a great analogy. I want to thank you for that moment in my life.
Yeah, that was rough.
No, I had a Rona scare last week. I actually was working, and halfway through my shift, like my eyes started watering, I started sneezing, like my nose started running, but like it lasted for like 8 hours. And on the 8th, I was like, "Fuck, I need to go get a test. I think I have Rona." It wasn't.
And then you realized it was just running up to the day of like RuPaul's Drag Race premiere.
No,
got too excited.
Okay,
You're like, oh God, my nose
like,
is running. My eyes are itchy.
No, but I went and I got a quick test, and it was 20 minutes and right up my nostril. And I was actually shocked because I would almost say at least half of my friends on Facebook have the Rona. Now the gays refuse not to go to bars, so that's probably why. But listen, the Toledo gays be getting the Rona, and I shockingly just passed my 3rd Rona test. Like, man, flying colors.
But then you were around a bunch of people last night, Sugar.
That
So
was
like,
three. That was 3 people, not 100.
Continuously taking the test just to go be around other people.
3 people. I made the choice that for me, 3 people is acceptable. 100 people is unacceptable. That's where I drew my line.
That's fair enough. Did you see that they're actually in January, so just a couple weeks away, they're going to have home tests that are instant and that you can buy right over the counter. That's the next step in the Rona process as we wait for the vaccine.
See, man, I still have questions because like the tests that we have now aren't completely accurate. Like, how accurate is the like at home do your own test going to be? Because when I just did my test last week, she was like, "Well, this might not be accurate. You might actually have coronavirus." Just like, what?
I know,
the rapid tests are garbage.
Yeah, I'm like, so what's the point of doing this? Shouldn't you just give me the other one and wait? Like, well,
okay, but here's the thing: if a regular test is a 10, and doing nothing is a 1, even if a regular test is a 10, doing nothing is a 1. Even if the rapid test is a 5, I mean, it's still better than 0 than doing nothing.
I would like to. Okay, I'd like to put this scenario in front of you.
Okay,
you need to get a drug test for your kids.
Right next to one another is a CVS and a Dollar Tree. Both sell drug tests. Which store are you walking in to get a drug test?
Dollar Tree. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, right? This says you're on meth and everything.
Yeah, I want to know they're on drugs ish. I mean, but if I can get a test for $1, I mean that's the way to go, isn't it?
I'll save the $1 and make you breathe on my face, and if I remember anything from when I was in my 20s, I'm grounding you.
Kathy says, "Welcome back, Sugar. I really might need you guys to make make it through my Wednesday, LOL." So you guys are busting my balls this morning.
You know, I rolled out of bed this morning and I'm like, I don't even like these fucking people.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't even want to be. Well, it takes me like 5 minutes to wake up. So you guys should never call me first thing in the morning. I like none of you until I've like walked down the stairs at least.
Guys, I just have to say something important, and my tummy hurts real bad. I drank a fifth of vodka last night, and then on my way home, they just grand opened a Taco Bell around the corner from my house. So what kind of shady bullshit is that?
Hey, can I just point out that, like, is it a grand open
It was grand for me. I thought it was grand all time.
Another fucking Taco Bell opened up.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't do fanfare. They just kind of pop up.
Yeah, it's like
from the house. Like, I was their fanfare, but now I'm the opposite of that because my tummy hurts real bad. And listen, it's so hard to eat keto at Taco Bell. I have to. Oh wait, it's hello. Can you hear me now? Okay. No, so it's so hard to eat keto at Taco Bell. So I ordered chili cheese burritos and I like punctured them and sucked the chili cheese through like an obese vampire. But didn't eat the tortilla shell.
Why didn't you just go to 7-Eleven and put a chili and cheese in a container?
Because that's not the flavor of chili and cheese that I like, Gina.
It's like you almost shotgunned a beer. It was like
Yeah, but it was Demetrius is horrified. Listen, you just fisted us, Demetrius, and I can't enjoy.
First of all, that was my rendition of Rona. That was not me personally. I want America to know I have dainty hands and they are tapered at the edges. But I'm just like chili, like Taco Bell chili, and it just
shotgun to
Well, yeah.
That's so genius, actually.
I know.
Someday,
Right?
Demetrius, I just want to warn you that this is going to happen. Someday I'm going to have time on my hands and I'm going to go back through every show and I'm just going to do like a montage of your facial expressions. Like just a whole 3 minutes of nothing but Demetrius's best
God.
facial expressions.
and then
this is the face that gets me in trouble. Like, regardless of how polite the words come out of my mouth, my face says a whole lot of fuck off and I can't believe this shit, like, and it makes it very hard for me to fake concern and kindness for like people who I don't believe deserve it.
Right.
And so like it's very crazy. And like this whole corona and masking thing has fucking helped me out a great deal.
Oh my God, yes. I wish that the mask was like over my eyes almost because I'm an eye roller. I'll just go, And I've literally been telling them like, the mask isn't covering your eyes. I just saw that. I'm like, shit.
And my kid will do it like when she iron one of my kids iron rolls and like it's just a reflex. Like she doesn't even know she does it. So it's just when she hears some bullshit, she's
like it's in their genes. I don't know who fucking taught Cohen. Like when he gets mad, he does this shit. He goes like and shakes. I'm like, and people are like, well, you pick that up in your environment. Nobody in my house does that. No one just shakes for no reason and growls and then walks away. Like that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like when he first did it, I thought he was resetting his factory settings. Like I thought he was going back to like baby mode, but then like a little piece of poop shot out of him, and I was like, oh my God, that is a lot of opposing pressure.
Sugar's got a drug dog and it's detecting lots of drugs.
I know. It's just like I'm marking it. Like,
it's like it's everywhere. It's in your sweat. If I were to pull you over, I would key on you.
Sugar, why didn't you at least close your closet door? What's
no, be out of the closet. Don't let us put you back in there.
I'm sorry.
Right.
That was rude. That was rude.
Leave your closet wide open, girl.
It's wide open, honey.
Let everybody see the makings of a true
American hero.
Real American hero.
If I go there, it's classy. I have like my little door hanging, and if I go here, it's my messy.
You look
messy, classy, messy,
classy. Oh my God. All right. So real quick, I did want to finish the Rona stuff. That they passed a $900 billion stimulus package last night. I'm going to give you the highlight, the shit that you care about. Number one, everybody get another stimulus payment. If you got the first one, you getting the second one, girl.
I want to throw in a Tiefel joke from last night. He said on Facebook, "I'm so glad we're getting this $600 stimulus because I'm almost done with the $1,200 they sent us."
No, it's been 9 months. That's how stupid.
It is such fucking. I am so pissed off about this stimulus bullshit.
Like
this is how we can. This is how we know.
I'll take it, but shove it up your ass.
This is how we know it's a stupid amount of money. Everybody tell us what you're going to do with your $600. What are you going to do with
it? And they're trying to act like the $1,200 was something. Well, that means they think we live on $100 a month. What are you talking? What are you even doing?
$133 a month for the first one, which roughly broken down is $4.44 a day.
You too can feed an American for $4.
Is literally, dude, honestly, we would have been better off had one of those old fucking Christian people showed up at our house and told the rest of the world that for $5 a day, you could support an American family. For the price of 2 cups of Starbucks coffee,
1 cup,
you could adopt an American family. That is what the government said to us. That they treated us like dirty white kids who have no potatoes. That is the shit that we got treated like.
Do you mean the Irish potato famine? Is that what we're talking about?
If they sent a check and a fucking calculator to Americans should be pissed off that you were like $4.44 fucking cents. I'd give more than that to Zimbabwe over in Nigeria to keep him safe from lions. Like what?
You?
I dig your outrage. I like it.
I know. So here's the thing is that what was it? Shit. What was I gonna say something very important? Oh,
it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
The Demetrius Andrew Z plan was put a pause on everything. That means you don't pay your bills. Just the whole everything should have been paused for 2 months or 8 to 12 weeks. Complete pause where no one owes anything, no one pays anything, and everyone gets a $300 or $600 a month. And if you're a frontline worker, you also get the $600 on top of what you're doing because you're risking your life. That's what should have happened. And because of the moron that was in office, it didn't happen, and the failed leadership in Washington didn't happen. But anyway, so
both sides fucking us this time. Both sides agreed on the $600. I'm like, oh great, you finally agreed on something.
So is it $600 per person or $600 per adult?
$600 per person. It was just like it was the same stipulations that it was in the last one, except it's just half the amount.
Yeah.
So eligible families would receive additional.
Kids didn't get $1,200 last
No,
time.
your dependents you get $600 for also this time.
Okay, so it is $600 per person. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, $600 for.
Damn, I wish I would have had more kids.
I was gonna say, Gina, you about to be rich, girl. You got all them children in that house. Shit.
I didn't claim the free fosters. I won't get it for them.
Yeah,
There's some single mamas down somewhere who just know they rolling in some money. They know they're like, I'm getting 14 motherfucking checks. 14. It's about to be the best Christmas in this bitch in a long time.
And you look down on me for having kids? Well, you know what, motherfucker?
Payday.
Yep.
Payday.
I'm just so wild.
Every time I have a baby, it just goes ka-ching.
Washington finally they agreed on something. They came together on something, and what they came together on is fucking the American people over as much as possible and getting away with giving us as little as possible.
You know what should happen?
They're giving Joel Olsen's mega church fucking thousands of dollars.
Hold on. That side of the aisle. You cool with fucking America? Yep. All right, we're cool with fucking America.
Right. That's been my point this whole time. They're all fucking up.
Like there should literally be a threshold, like that the nation has to meet on an unemployment level. Like once the number is hit, everybody in government stops getting fucking paid. You know why this wasn't a big deal to them? Because they knew they could go to the grocery store when this shit was done. They knew their bills were fucking getting paid. Yep. They don't know anybody who's like literally trying to live fucking day to day. They don't know those people. Those people are articles and pictures to them.
Preach it.
You know what? They're important when it comes to election season. That's the only time they're important. And so now with this whole Georgia runoff, Republicans want to look like they're trying to meet somebody halfway. This is the craziest shit. You need to starve when America is starving. That's what needs to happen to you. You need to suffer when Americans are suffering. When your constituents aren't eating, guess who shouldn't fucking be eating?
But you know who's fucking eating? The huge corporations. The huge corporations, they're getting their bailout. They're getting their money, honey.
So the package is what, Andrew? 900 billion? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 900 billion. Real quick, it's funny because you talk about the Georgia Senate race, which these two people, the two senators running in Georgia, are trying to hug Trump as much as they're fighting on who. Kelly Loeffler, I think yesterday, actually sucked Trump's dick on stage. She's like, "This is how much I love him." That's how
Andrew,
much.
never make that face
Sucking
again.
your dick.
please.
That was awful.
God damn it. That's not how you give blowjobs,
Let me,
first of all.
That's how much I love him.
Let me throw this math out there for you real quick, though, because
What?
$600 for every single American, is only
Not-
219 billion.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I can't.
Boop.
Okay.
So
The
that
other
means
side.
out of 900 billion, we have what is that? Like a less than 25% of that package is going to the American people.
Yup.
The rest is going to corporations.
No, because now, no, that's not true. That's not true. The rest is not going to corporations. Now you're taking into account that everybody's getting a $600 check. On top of that, there's a $300 bump bonus in unemployment benefits per
Oh,
week.
okay.
So
okay.
with the
So
20 million people who are out of work, they get an extra $300.
Okay.
On top of that, there's going to be some business protections and
For actual small businesses. this time?
for PPA loans and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
And then there's a portion of it that's going out towards the vaccine distribution.
Right. So stimulus
Okay.
checks, everyone's going to get $600, not 12 like the last time. Kids,
Thank you
even
for that,
including,
Demetrius.
including kids, it'll be 600. The unemployment benefits, like Dee said, will now remember when you were getting $600 a week, you're now going to get $300 a week. If you were getting the 6, you're now going to they're going to reinstate the 3 because let me get through these real quick. And like Demetrius said, the Paycheck Protection Program, that small business loan, is coming back. Funding for the schools and childcare. Now here's one: rental assistance. The bill would extend until January 31st the eviction protection set to expire at the end of the year. It would also provide $25 billion in rental assistance for individuals who lost their source of income during the pandemic. And nutrition assistance would raise SNAP benefits by 15% for 6 months, but would not expand eligibility. It's more generous than the original bipartisan agreement from earlier in December, which called for a 4-month increase. And like Dee said, vaccine funding, and there you go. So that's all been approved. It's supposed to go to Donald Trump's desk today, and he's already said he's going to sign it. So this is basically, you can take this one to the bank. It's pretty much a done deal that all this is going to happen. So I mean, here's the thing: what a lot of regular people didn't realize if you didn't follow this is that the economy is slowing. It's slowing badly.
Badly.
At one point we were moving along, so the Republicans were like, we don't need another stimulus, the economy's moving, and now we're coming to a screeching halt. So they knew that they had to infuse America with some money, otherwise it was going to be all bad. So there you go. That's the whole stimulus.
Turn that down.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Look,
It's bullshit.
I know everybody has to, like, there's give and take, and what was crazy is the fact that, like, Americans looked at other Americans and said, if I don't get this, then we're not going to give the people this. Like literally they were like, we're going to withhold any of this if you don't give us business protection and you don't give us this. It is the craziest thing that this has been hung up for so long. And now the people don't want to look like dicks before Christmas, that now it gets pushed through.
Yeah.
And like, this is where, once again, I feel like we need that, like, a guy whose job it is just to be that crazy ex-con who just sits in there and goes, you know what, motherfuckers, nothing gets done until this shit gets done. You know what? You got a real pretty mouth, Mr. McConnell. How about you just sit your ass? And that's like literally just somebody to go, will you pull your heads out of your asses and work for people? Will you do that?
Here's the problem. There's a big problem, and that is everybody hates the government. Everyone hates politicians.
They can fuck off.
But when you do surveys, everyone likes their own politician. That's why nothing's getting done, because you could say as a whole you don't like somebody, but the opportunity you have to vote this motherfucker out, you say you like this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, People say they hate government, but they love Marcy Kaptur. People say they hate government, but they love the senator or whatever.
That's part of the problem without term limits in Congress. You have people in Congress for like 70 fucking years, and the system is set up so once you're an incumbent, unless you really fuck up, you're an incumbent until you decide.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. And I agree with you, Sugar. There should be term limits. There should
absolutely.
There should never be a thing called lifelong politician.
No,
that should never ever be a career.
In the old days, you would serve your term and then you go back to your farm or your business or whatever the fuck you did. And nowadays, like you said, dude, if I'm in, I'm rolling in for 40 years.
Shit, back in the day, you caught the flu, you were dead. I mean, shit. They didn't expect anybody to be a politician for 80 years. You got cholera. You know, sometimes you got gangrene. Sometimes you were just a victim of a slave uprising. Shit, you know?
Maybe that is the positive of the Rona, because now we are back to maybe you'll catch the flu and die, and that's how your term will end, Congress.
Girl,
said it.
Speak it, girl. All right. So a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, I had to call a call center over the weekend. Look, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be the guy that I'm not trying to be the guy that supports Trump, but I'm not being racist when I say these foreign
pump your brakes.
These foreign call centers are driving me the fuck crazy.
Okay.
What? No. But here's the thing.
Listen to what you said, though. Like literally, you said it was like a little dog whistle to everybody who wants to listen for racist shit. Is I'm not trying to be racist, and then that's when people turn their radios up because now they're like, well, let me see. Is he trying to be racist?
No, well, then you can judge. But what I'm saying is that they cannot problem solve because this is not their first language, and they can't even comprehend what the fuck I am saying, and it's driving me crazy. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't have their own hustle and they shouldn't do whatever they want, you know, whatever they can do to make a living for their family. But it's like I'm not going to go get a job doing health training at a gym. I'm not going to be a personal trainer because I'm not
in your wheelhouse.
Trainer. No.
First of all,
so
you'd be the perfect personal trainer.
You think?
Because what you would do is you would look at that person and you would go, look, we both have goals. You and I are both trying to accomplish something. So let us start this journey together. And then when like you're not making any progress, you can put yourself next to that person and go, see how my training does? Look at what I do. Look at how I motivate you. You don't have to be a skinny fit person. Okay,
then let me give you a different example. I'm not going to take phone calls from India. Like I'm gonna be like, hey, look, I'm in America. I need a job. We're gonna start an Indian phone center here in America. So
wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that fucking be awesome?
Revenge.
To be like a fly on the wall in India, and they're like, goddamn Americans taking good Indian jobs to Sunday beaches. I mean, damn. I called, and you know what I got? I got some guy from fucking Idaho. Who the fuck lives in Idaho? How are you going to help me with my goddamn Bollywood network, and you live in Idaho? You don't know shit. I tell you, Chad, whatever your name is.
I paid
to you and your family.
I pay my subscription to Bollywood every single month, and you're always fucking up my signal.
I call and I tell you I want to cancel my subscription to Indirect TV, and then you tell me you add more product, you give me more calls, you give me more packages, I pay less.
Oh my god!
Very upset right now.
Very upset. So that's what it's like. Come on. But I was very frustrated, and it's not their fault. This isn't their language. They had to learn it to get a job, which see, now I feel bad because that takes a lot of, they're like, I'm so broke, I'm going to learn another language just to get a fucking job.
I mean, like, good for them, but I'm still, if I'm paying for a product and part of that product contains customer service, then I want what I'm paying for and I want it to be effective. Fuck.
Yeah, but can I just tell you, I mean, honestly, who is there anybody in America right now who would have been like, you know what? For me to get another job, I got to learn a second language.
No one's got
Like anybody,
no one's-
anybody got that wherewithal in them? Anybody?
no
I
one's got
mean,
that
how
kind
much
of-
money is this job? Is my boss going to be hot at this new job? There's a lot of questions I have.
Like we live in a country where most jobs you can do by just hitting the picture on the register, and the Big Mac rings the fuck up. You know, you
Does the math
have just
for
had
you.
these fucking people to learn English.
So indirect TV, Josh says, and then Demetrius finally got an accent semi-right.
I know. I was actually impressed. I was like, that's a good one. Good for you, honey.
Okay, I have a question.
Proud.
Let's say we're on terrestrial radio. Can you still do accents without being called or labeled a racist?
No,
Oh, fuck.
No, you can't,
fuck
can
no.
you?
no,
I don't
no.
think
You have to do a specific person and hope to God that they don't sound like that accent.
Yeah, you're right. And then Josh says, "I'm glad the podcast format is back." I didn't.
Thanks,
What do you mean,
Joshua.
Josh? What did we change? I didn't. I'm confused.
Oh, he means sugar.
Oh, that's what she heard. That's what Sugar heard. That's
Sugar
what.
in all her beauty and glory, like, fuck, I look like a beauty queen.
Yeah.
Guys.
That's what
You
Sugar
look
heard.
like Joker after he's just like burned down.
No,
like he's just
literally,
taking
that's
off
so
his makeup.
true.
Like, let me tell you what I did to Batman yesterday.
No, yes. The difference between the Joker and a drag queen and a sweaty drag queen, it's a very fine line. Like, the only thing I'm missing is like a little flower that squirts acid. Other than that, I'm the fucking Joker.
Oh my god! Okay, this is so funny. So Josh says in a thick Indian accent, "I am Ryan from Texas." Maybe you always say, "You're not from there."
Yeah.
Stop
You're
it.
not from Texas. We all know you're not from Texas.
Oh god! All right.
How's the
No.
weather?
Hey, over the weekend, I had to have bacon. I had to have
You
bacon,
had to have bacon.
and it was 11 o'clock at night, and I swear to God, Kroger was closed, Walmart was closed. 11 o'clock. This is where we've gone back to the old days when it comes to this. Like, we were going to 7-Elevens, convenience stores. Nobody had bacon. This was like we used to live like 20. You remember when stuff wasn't 24 hours? When
Yeah.
TV would shut off
Yeah.
at like 2 a.m. and there was a
When
test.
people got to spend time with their families.
Yeah, if you wanted to
Yes,
like, if
I
you wanted to
remember
eat past
that.
6 p.m. on Sunday, you had to fucking make it yourself because everywhere was closed.
Yeah, like you had to get to the grocery store before
Yeah.
5. Like
Yeah.
that's and now everybody was like, oh my god, shit is closed down. Yes, things are closed.
I know.
You shouldn't have access to bacon 24/7. That shouldn't be a thing.
No.
It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to buy bacon and tires at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. It shouldn't be a thing.
I love that. It's we gotten used to it, but then I thought everything was back open now after the Rona. But 11 o'clock we're shut down again. So if you're out roaming around and you need something,
Mhm.
it's like
10
the old,
o'clock they're shut down, y'all. 10.
You know,
it's like the
you
old.
know who this is really helping? Like 24-hour gas stations.
Mhm.
Those people, because they're open. They're open. You know, Speedway's open. And so now you need bacon. You got to spend $34 for it out of their little thing.
Dude, I got 2 packs of bacon. It was $19 for 2 packs of bacon. Oh,
Dude,
No.
I'm gonna buy a pig just for the investment.
right?
I'm gonna be like, nobody's touching this pig until bacon goes up another $3 a pound.
I mean, it can't be that hard to slaughter this thing, right?
Hell no, not when you're looking at it. That's why you gotta name it after money.
Hey there, Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah. Have you seen my $3,000? Oh, is that what you named your pig? Yep.
So what's going on with you, Demetrius? Before we got about 10 minutes left. We haven't even asked. We haven't even got to you.
Man,
Anything
you know what? It is Christmas time and it doesn't, like, I'm really trying to like keep Christmas going, you know, because there are days my wife is having like some hard days where it doesn't feel like Christmas, you know. And so I've been rolling through the old stop clay animation Christmas shows. Like, let me just on the AMC app. If you get the app, that you click on the holidays package, that like what they have like their stupid little elf movie with Will Ferrell and all those things. But right underneath it, it says holiday classics, and it's all of those stop clay animation.
Yes, made by Rankin Bass. Yes. I'm obsessed with those.
Me too.
Yes.
I will tell you, that is when I know it is a holiday. Is when I start seeing like Frosty the Snowman
and the Snow Miser.
Or that's what we watched yesterday. Like a year without Santa.
Yes, that's my favorite
and it was,
one.
Oh my God. And he just sat there and he watched it. And I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. 101. Oh, I loved it.
Well, you know what? Sugar looks like a fat heat miser right now.
You look like a fat heat miser, you fat fuck.
Man, there is nothing like watching two chubby people call each other fat. It is
fat on fat.
And especially me being the one in the middle picture. It is like it literally looks.
Demetrius.
First of all, please don't ever do that. Stop. That's just gross. And although I may not be feeling it physically, I feel it spiritually, and I feel gross.
Hold on. What does he taste like? He tastes like
chocolate, bitch. I taste like chocolate. I taste like chocolate and goodness. I want everybody to know.
What do you taste, Sugar?
Chocolate.
Okay, stop.
Will you please? And it was so slow. It was so slow that it made me feel uncomfortable. Like
that
what's happening?
Consensual screen licking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he's licking my border, and I need it to stop.
I think in this Me Too era, you can't do that.
I
did it.
Demetrius,
oh my God! I
comfortable.
can't believe I'm being virtually intimidated and bullied. Virtual bullying is a thing. You can like literally lick my picture border and make me feel gross inside. Oh, how am I going to continue on with my day?
It's literally a Demetrius sandwich.
Yes, and I am not comfortable with these two pieces of thick Texas toast.
Ooh, I'm that Texas garlic toast, honey. Mwah. Kiss ya.
Oh my God, Gina, I've never been so happy to have my internet acting up. Stop kissing Demetrius's cheek. Stop it, Sugar.
I shan't.
So I was out. This weekend. And this DoorDash girl came in, and she was picking up an order, and she stopped, Sugar. She was picking up an order, and she just sat down on the phone, and she's one of those people that if she's got a phone call.
Everyone's got to hear it.
Everyone's going to hear her business. Everyone is going to hear her business. And she's talking about, well, we are engaged. I cannot believe, and blah, 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 blah. So she's got a, this issue with her boyfriend or fiance. So she gets off the phone and I'm just fucking around. I'm like, hey, you go, girl. You do you don't need him. He is not your friend, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, what do you mean? I'm not leaving. He kicked her out of the house, I guess. She said he's moving his girlfriend in. So he cheated on her. He's got a girlfriend, moving her in. And she says, I'm not leaving. He says, I'm crazy. I'm not leaving. I'm like, okay, well, nothing says you are crazy by this dude having another girlfriend, telling you to leave, and you just not wanting to leave.
That's dumping you, being like, you're dumped. Get the fuck out. Like, no, I'm not.
Like, no, I'm not. Yes,
you are.
Nothing screams crazy.
No,
And
that's my crazy eyes too. Like, that there's more to that story. I like the boyfriend's been putting up with some crazy in his life for too long. No.
Well, duh. I mean, yeah, but this is what I honestly watch. It's going to be how things are going now. This is the precedent that our president has set. This is now regular people are going to see if they can fucking do this. If they can go, you know what? You're fired. No, I'm not. I want to recount. I want to see where you say I'm fired.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you that this is not a thing. And then they're going to continue to show up at work until somebody has to go like, bro, we've already replaced you with another fry guy. No, I don't see a fry guy. What I see is a new employee. I don't know if he's taking my job or not. I don't know why you keep on telling me I don't work here when obviously my mom keeps dropping me off here.
Which says I do. It is such a genius point because in the old days, you got fired. You had some self-respect to where we don't have any self-respect anymore. The president
I have no self-respect. That's
I'm gonna show up every day. When you've never taken that next step, it's like, well, what do we do now? This dude keeps showing up.
Yeah. I guess we gotta pay him still.
I don't know
what do we do? If honestly, what do you say to him?
Stan, you don't work here anymore.
You gotta go.
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry.
It's clear that I will not be paying you for this.
I've put these shoes on for the past 10 years and walked here every day for 10 years. This is the only store these shoes know. I've tried walking other places, but my shoes keep on bringing me here. So I'm telling you what my shoes are telling me, which means I still fucking work here.
And then
I feel like I've actually been in that situation, kind of lightweight, not all the way. But when I used to manage McDonald's, like if labor was really tight, it was winter, I'd like cutting people, you gotta go home, baby. I need my labor under 20%. So I've tried to send people home, and sometimes they're like, no, I'm scheduled till 3, I'm staying. I'm like, well, yes, but scheduling is flexible, and I have to do the store's needs, blah, blah, blah. And they would argue with me and be like, okay. So it would just get to that point and be like, okay, it is now 12:53. You are welcome to stay and work, but I'm not paying you past this minute. I'm writing it down. This is when you're clocked out. I suggest you don't work for free.
But in the old days, finally they would give in. But nowadays, what do you do if they stay? What does society do if 72 million of us are just crazy?
Well,
yeah,
we're living in that. That is now.
Like literally 72 million people just were like, yeah, you know what? I got this fake termination order from my boss yesterday. And let me just tell you how fake it was. Like it came in an email, it came in a letter, and then some guy posing as my boss called me and told me that I was no longer needed. And I knew it was all a dream or something because I'm essential. I tell you what, nobody that shovels cow manure like me, if I leave, the whole job shuts down. So I know.
And here's the other part is okay, you're fired. No, all these people in the office, they all love me. So I'm not fired. Well, wait, but I'm the boss. No, they love me. I'm not going anywhere.
This is where if you were like a big, ballsy, hardcore boss, that's when you look up and go, so how many of you guys want to get fired with him? And then we'll see who's real loyal and how much they like you. When you hear Sandra in the back go, fuck him.
Sandra needs her check.
Yeah. Shit. I got 4 babies, and those $600 checks ain't coming for at least another 4 weeks.
It is. It's nuts, man.
Jesus.
The world is nuts. And Corona, look, it was the perfect storm of crazy. The president, the Rona, the election, all this shit hit at once, and it was the perfect storm of crazy. I tell you what.
I tell you what.
There is nothing worse than listening to a guy trail off as he's reading the text message.
Because what Colleen's getting us something. Hold on. Go ahead. You guys go ahead. They talk for a second.
Second.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, Demetrius, do not become a drag queen and then do a podcast without showering, because you
have. Right. I have done drag, and I tell you what, like I've always said, I will say this from the day till I die, that like gay people, homosexual people are much tougher than heterosexual people. Hands down, any day of the week. I don't know of anybody who should try to keep them out of the military. They can do shit that we can't do. Period. Could you get trapped behind enemy lines and dress up like a woman and kind of fucking make it true? No, I couldn't do that.
But this homo could. Make him a
see?
lieutenant.
I tell you what, turn them into espionage, make them spies. Fuck, one day it's Toby, the next day it's Tina. Let's make this shit happen.
Was there are there pictures of this of you doing drag?
Yeah, Facebook. Oh, him. I was like, there are pictures of me doing drag, Andrew. They're all over Facebook.
I look like a very muscular Tina Turner.
Yeah, I want to see it.
It was,
them legs,
man, and it was hot. I'll tell you what. I give you guys props. I don't understand how you right now could maintain the weight that you were in, constantly doing drag. I sweat like a runaway slave. It was crazy.
Oh, fuck, that's a lot of sweat.
That's a lot of sweat.
Maybe running.
They're gonna find you, boss.
All right, you crazy kids. For Eastside Southside Gina, and look at the return to Sugar, Vermont, bringing it today.
Amen.
No, you ain't playing, girl. And
I'm playing.
Nicodemus, I'm Andrew Z. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.